Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now September 22nd of 2022, and as we now have, of course, Andor episodes 1 through 3 on Disney+, a lot of Star Wars fans have been expressing different opinions on what they actually witnessed with the Andor series, so I would like to hear what you guys have to say about your thoughts about the Andor TV show so far. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, with The Bad Batch Season 2 unfortunately delayed until I believe it is January 4th of next year, we have, of course, at the very minimum, Tales of the Jedi to look forward to on October 26th. It's going to drop all the episodes in one day, a total of 6 episodes, mind you. That's going to feature a lot of the prequel trilogy characters like Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn, etc. So, moving forward from all of that, one thing that a lot of fans have been very excited about is what Favreau and Filoni are currently brewing behind the scenes, and what tricks they really have up their sleeve to really give something quite incredible to the Star Wars audience. Now, given that we have had a couple of, speed bumps and troubles before in the past, I believe, of course, when you look at the Book of Boba and Kenobi, those are 2 prime examples of 2 issues that Lucasfilm had, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that those 2 TV shows were actually extensions of 2 Star Wars movies or a trilogy that was supposed to be made that, of course, involved Kathleen Kennedy in the process that ended up becoming a TV show or TV shows, right? So, moving forward from all of that too, what's really intriguing about all of this is that given that Obi-Wan Kenobi, so far, a lot of fans still have a lot of criticism over the series, with many new Star Wars projects currently in development, and of course, in the development phase by Favreau and Filoni, Disney and Lucasfilm are getting ready to make a multitude of announcements at Celebration next year that is planned to be the largest set of reveals under Disney since they took over Lucasfilm. As of now, one of the big projects that Disney executives are crafting is the soft reboot of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that is going to be considered a Season 2, but may not be marketed that way to give it a fresh start, yet still taking place after the events of Season 1. The plan that Disney has is to use all of the old storyboards from Stuart Beatty's Kenobi movie trilogy that is actively in the works. Further, it's described that one of the storyboards that Beatty created for their Kenobi movie that was never made that will be used for the 2nd season of Obi-Wan Kenobi is set to showcase a moment where Darth Vader is inside of a Bacta tank, much like how fans saw him in Season 1, where he later then is meditating in his chamber with his suit on and his helmet off. So let me just pause here quickly for a second before I get to the real exciting material. Now, for those of you that are out of the loop, Stuart Beatty was the original writer of the Obi-Wan Kenobi project. He was supposed to create an entire movie trilogy of the series. He was supposed to give fans a basically, entire trilogy setup that was going to involve no Inquisitors, by the way, and mainly focus on Kenobi, a different version of Reva, Darth Vader, and other heroes as well coming into the mix, one of which being Mace Windu as well. A lot of that is being implemented into the Obi-Wan Kenobi reboot series that's still going to be considered a Season 2, but executives may not be marketing it like Season 2 in the literal sense, like not calling it a Season 2, but giving it a brand new title, such as maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi Returns, or Kenobi Jedi's Return, whatever it may be, right? Just some examples there. Moving on from all of that, that brings us to the situation that we are in right now. Now, they are basically taking and cherry-picking storyboards that were left over by Stuart Beatty, Favreau and Filoni, of course, since they are involved in this reboot that will be announced next year, so keep your eyes open for that. A lot of those storyboards are being used for a lot of the scenes with Vader and other characters. Now, moving on to the next thing here, what's even all the more exciting, that really progresses things even further for, of course, the Darth Vader character, is that they are creating a scene in which he will be meditating in his meditating chamber, something that we have not seen since the original trilogy movies. So, with that being said, this is where Vader is seemingly searching for any signs of Jedi across the galaxy using their power. This is described to be a moment in which Mace Windu comes into the picture where one of the bounty hunters working for the Empire kills one of the Jedi in hiding that was close to Mace dies. One of the illustrations delivers a moment of which where Mace Windu is holding the dead Jedi, attempting to heal him somehow with, of course, using the Force, with failure, however. This is where Vader then senses Mace Windu from across the galaxy and realizes that the Jedi that Palpatine thought he had destroyed on Coruscant has actually survived. Favreau and Filoni's plan is to take these storyboards and adjust it a bit to make it more original than this for the fans. Favreau and Filoni are said to be changing this quite a bit as they realize it essentially is too similar to what was done with Vader, realizing that Vader was alive, of course, or that Kenobi was alive, that Vader realized as well. The scene is planned to be similar yet different, and Favreau and Filoni plan on tinkering with this quite a bit. Now, you can see what they're doing here is that they're taking storyboards from Beatty's Kenobi trilogy and they're going to be shifting things around a bit. So let's focus on the main part about this illustration that has been described and will be implemented into the Kenobi reboot. One of which involves Mace Windu holding a dead Jedi in his arms on a strange world. Now, we're not quite sure who the dead Jedi really is. It's said to be one of the survivors of Order 66 in hiding. Him using this healing ability is what makes Vader realize that this character Mace Windu is alive. He knows the presence because Anakin knew Mace Windu. This is a very interesting way of storytelling, and I do agree that it is a little bit too similar to what was done in the first season where Kenobi uses the Force to lift Leia from the alleyway before hitting the ground, and that's what initiates Vader realizing that Kenobi is using the Force. So basically this is Favreau and Filoni's way of doing that or redoing that, but they're tinkering with it because they realize it's way too similar, and I respect that. So it's going to probably be a little bit different than this. Now overall, given that Favreau and Filoni are involved in the next Kenobi project, I think it really does lift a lot of spirits for Star Wars fans around the world because these are guys that actually care about the fans. Let's never forget about what Joby Harold, the writer of Obi-Wan Kenobi, said, that he never watched the prequel trilogy movies. Not really. He said he actually tapped into Revenge of the Sith here and there when it came to scenes that he had to actually study a bit, but that was about all. He never really watched the movies genuinely. He's not really a Star Wars fan. And I think that was the real problem with the Kenobi show, is that we didn't really have a fan, or at least at the very minimum, somebody very knowledgeable making that show. So that's what the ultimate problem was at the end of the day, I believe. And let's not forget, too, that a lot of it also had to do with the fact that Kathleen Kennedy had a large role in the creative process of the Kenobi series. So, like I said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.